So I'd like to introduce you to our Super T pad, and this may be part of your trial or purchase. It's one of our specialty pads, and it's unique to us with a patent pending design. The Super T is a near-infrared and red pad. It has detachable cord inlets, and you only use one of them at a time. So you would never put a cord in both of these outlets. You would only put your cord in one of them at a time. And they're designed that way so that to make it easier so a cord's not coming across your body at any time. So I can just plug my inlet into there, turn on my controller, and what you'll see is that the Super T lights up. Again, remember that near infrared light is not visible to the human eye, so most of this 310 diode pad has near infrared light. But then you can see the pattern of the red light to illustrate that all of the diodes are working. And so it's a zigzag pattern through the pad. Right? So near infrared light, remember, penetrates all the way to bone. It's really great at increasing circulation, decreasing pain, increasing nitric oxide, oxygenation, cell regeneration, and just cellular energy. So it's a wonderful light to have, and then red also does the same thing more in the soft tissue of the body. There's a couple fun things you can do with this pad. One is you can use it in multiple places in the body. One of my favorite ways to use it is literally from the back all the way up the spine. And since I'm a tall person, believe me, this pad should fit for most people all the way from their tailbone to their upper neck. It might even fit to the back of your head. And that's a great way to light up the nervous system through the spine. Okay? You could also reverse it. Maybe you have shoulder discomfort. You could have your shoulders experiencing more of the light, and then the pad's going down the spine. Okay? You might also have more intense shoulder issues and want to cape the pad across the shoulder to work with maybe the rotator cuff. I'll show you how that works. Rotator cuff area, and so it could just be like a football player's shoulder pad. And so you could do that on either side as well. Another favorite place to put this pad is on the IT band to the knee. And so a lot of people end up with some issues right in this area. You want to go all the way down the IT band and wrap it around the hip, glute, piriformis. So that makes it a great pad as well for that series. This pad can also be a helmet. We have a lot of cool research happening with how near-infrared light and red light can help reverse neurodegeneration. So anywhere you can help accelerate regeneration, you could place this pad right over the head and have it go not only on the head, but through the back of the neck and down. And you can bring it more to the forehead if you prefer. So you can get a little bit more of the frontal lobe and the sides. So this is near infrared and red light comfortably being delivered into the head. And we're seeing this in research with head injuries, with people worrying about neurodegeneration. And we're seeing some really positive results with those studies. And we're seeing some positive results with our clients as well. The other great thing about the Super T is that it can be a boot, and it can be a boot in two different ways. So I'm going to show you on my son here, who has some really big feet, and this is one of the reasons why we designed this to be a Super T pad, because we know what it's like to have larger sizes. So one of the ways I can do this is to put this underneath his foot and come over the top, and then over the top here, pardon me as I slip this, and then back around. So now he has a full boot all around his foot and ankle, and this allows him to really bring a lot of nice light energy into the foot. And so for neuropathy, one of the things we know is diabetic neuropathy or other types of neuropathy, our red and near infrared light pads have an FDA clearance for helping with the pain associated with neuropathy. So this would be a great way to assist you if you're really trying to get more light energy and circulation into the feet. The second way you can do this same pad on the feet is to just reverse it out. Notice it velcros to itself. I'm going to pause for just a second and change the cord to the other side, and just to make it easier for me so the cord is on a more convenient location to my controller. Turn back on my lights if I want. This is a secondary way you could do this, and this would be really helpful. Lift your leg just a little bit. Thank you. Go ahead. If for instance, he had poor circulation in his legs and he needed just a little more help. So, like my dad, our dad, his grandpa, has poor circulation in the feet, and this is one of the things that the circulation is one of the reasons why we even know about these lights at all. But one of the things you can do is put the light pad all the way up here to the calf, and in a perfect world I would just have him be in shorts so that he would get the light right on his skin, but he can have that all the way up to the back of the calf here, and even though my son is a really tall guy, for most people it's probably going to come up to the back of your behind your knee. That's a really great way to bring circulation into the feet. So that could be a secondary way that you work with, again, help with cell regeneration, cellular energy, nitric oxide, and ways to help that foot gain more energy and cell regeneration and less pain. So just a few ways to show you how you might help place the pads on someone and working with the Super T. As I mentioned, from the sacrum and low back all the way up the spine, you can just place the Super T on the back and someone could rest back and they would have that all the way down. And he can scoot that down lower into the body or have it up more higher up on his neck. Okay, go ahead and lean forward. Another way we talked about is reversing it so that the shoulders have the light. And again, he could do this without a shirt on, or you could just slide it underneath the shirt. Or if somebody really wants to keep some light-colored clothing on, the light will pass through, especially if it's really light-colored cotton. Go ahead and lean back and into the chair. So someone could just rest back, and then he has the shoulders, neck, and all the way down his spine covered. Go ahead and lean forward again. Another place that you might want, and you can see here, it would be easy just to go ahead and take the cord and put it on this side to make life a little easier for me. You could also place this over his head if he was working on having more light on the head. Maybe he had a head injury or just wants to work on delivering more light to the brain. We're seeing some interesting studies with that, with mood health, with depression, with neurodegeneration, and just the ability to bring in more energy into that area. So he could lean back and just rest back with that light onto the head. He could also make that light, go ahead and close your eyes and lean forward just a little bit, go higher up, pardon me, and there you go, lean back. More on the forehead region as well, if he wants to. So then he's getting the frontal lobe here. So the pad can be adjusted, okay? So that's another great way to use the Super T pad.